Getting to my first story of the day, I want to tell you about is an email that I got. And you guys that are out there treating lawns like we do, we treat quite a few lawns, and are our fair share anyway. We'll call it that. And but I got an email the other morning, and it was like, "Dear Wayne's Lawn Service," and you know when they start off like that, it's it might as well be a Dear John letter that your dog's died, right? But you know, and of course, our customers have the right to complain. We do not have a problem with complaints. Matter of fact, I've been scolded before different times by different people, and when I say, hey man, don't worry about complaints, or guys that talk about not having any complaints, that hey man, you just don't have enough customers. So, but we got a complaint rolled through an email, and it says, Wayne's Lawn Service, they've been treating my yard now for 2 years, and they come out and treat my dead grass, and that's literally what it said, treating my dead grass, and you know, and here's the part you guys are going to love because you can relate to it. And my neighbor's yard just looks so much better. I don't know if I'm going to continue on with the applications. I got to think about it. So, and they finished it up with saying, and you guys are not responsive. I ain't believing that. Now, because I know what we do when it comes to people calling in here as far as answering our phone, returning phone calls, responding to emails. But, something I think of whenever I hear that comment from somebody is I think of my old buddy Heckapus, and I've shared this with you guys before, and he is right on target with this. He says the customer's perspective or perception, however you want to look at it, is our reality. So in that person's mind, we weren't responsive and we didn't care. And she even went on to say that her yard was an embarrassment. Well, that kind of hurt my feelings a little bit, So I thought, I'm personally going to go out and look at this yard. I just want to go see what the problem is with this lawn that she's thrown us under the bus on. And as far as I know, she hadn't thrown us under the social media bus with it. Hopefully it just came to Wayne's Lawn Service inbox, right? But, I don't know that to be a fact, but I thought, man, I got to deal with this. I need to go see the yard, see what's going on, see her. So immediately I went over, and she was not home or didn't answer the door. But I did look at the yard, and the dead yard that she speaks of and is so embarrassed with, for you guys that are in the transition zone like we are, where you can grow multiple varieties of grass, guess what her real problem was? Guess what her real problem was? Somebody shoot me a text. What do you think her problem was for you guys that treat lawns? And you got to hear it like we do. My grass is dead, or they call it crabgrass all the time when it's not really crabgrass. Somebody shoot me a text, 502-550-8307. That's 502-550-8307. What do you think it was in her yard? What I can tell you is it wasn't dead grass. It wasn't dead grass. I've already got a text coming in from a vendor, supplier, Dormant Bermuda. Ding, 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 ding. We have a winner. Thank you, Stephen West with Sigma Organics. Exactly. So in her mind, that Dormant Bermuda is dead grass. And it does look dead. You guys deal with it, know it. I see it. You see it. All of us in the transition zone see it. It's the last to turn green, the first to turn brown. And they get it confused. They either call it crabgrass. Most of the time they say my yard's full of crabgrass. So I tried talking to her, knocking on the door. She didn't respond. I tried calling her, didn't answer. So I responded back with an email and told her that, I'm sorry for your embarrassment, but there is a solution to your yard. I said, and if you've already made your decision to fire us, I understand it, but let me explain what's really going on in your yard. And I told her exactly what it was. And the funny part about it also is, guess what? The neighbors' yards weren't any better. Both neighbors were full of the Bermuda too. The street is, the subdivision is, it's an older neighborhood, and it just creep all the way through it. But here's the point of that story. She's ready to fire us. She didn't think we were responsive. Okay, as far as I know, that's the last email or the first email we've seen from her in 3 years. And I know we reach out to all of our customers at least twice a year, trying to get feedback on, hey, how's things going? How's your yard? How's this? So we do make an attempt to keep things like this from happening, and I'm sure you do too. But at the end of the day, sometimes our best plans sometimes go awry. And this is a customer that is mad at us, and I sent that email out just yesterday. And I haven't heard back from her yet. And I hope we don't get fired over it. But basically in my email, I just explained what was going on, that there is a partial solution that, hey, we can attempt to kill it out or suppress the Bermuda. And I don't know about you guys, but that's one thing that we talk about a lot is suppression and not eradication. Because, 42 years of doing lawns, I've not seen it where you spray it one time or twice or three times, whatever is recommended on the label, and it looks dead, and you reseed a yard, you renovate the yard. It's generally going to start creeping back in over time again. And I know that's something we tell our customers when we do a renovation for them, and that was part of what my email to her was a brief explanation of that, hey, we can help you move along with that, but don't we're sorry you're embarrassed about your yard, but it's not our fault. But as a really good friend of mine here in Louisville, Kentucky, that's got a very large spray only company says, it might not be our fault, but Wayne, it is our problem. And Sam Ferrison's right on target with that. Think about, maybe that's one of the main takeaways from today's show is, it might not be your fault, but it is your problem.